I mean, I love her because I'm married, but she doesn't love me back. There's always a reason for my wife to make love to me. Yes. She used me to time an egg one night. When Johnny Carson and his friends were on The Tonight Show, they told the funniest jokes in the history of TV. Yes. The other day I took a pill and went to work in a bank. You know, banks only have bathrooms for women who work there. You can use the men's room if you work there. I had to go so badly that I looked for work. These are the funniest jokes about Dave Thomas. Hi, Buddy Hackett. A man visits the doctor. A guy goes to the doctor and he says, "Hey, I've been talking this way all my life. I want to talk like a regular person." The doctor said, "I have your file here and having examined you, the only difference between you and other people is that you have been more endowed than most people in the sense that in some place where you should have 2, you have 4. In other words, you can get a free pass to first base is what the doctor said." So now the guy says, "Mom, I really want to talk regular." The doctor said, "We can operate on you and make you normal again, but that might change your voice." So the guy says, "All right." After a few weeks, the patient comes back and says, "Doc, I'm talking normally, but things aren't exactly the way they were, and I'd rather have them put back the way they were." And the doctor said, "It's not possible." Buddy did such great impressions, and the way he told the joke made it one of the best in the history of tonight's show. I got drunk in Vegas one night, Johnny. I played dice and lost $10,000. That was Rodney Dangerfield, the bad drinker. I got even though I stole $400 from Lowe's and Sweet, you know. Now I'm a bad drinker. I mean, when I drink, I don't know what I'm doing. The next day, I usually wake up in a strange place with an accent kid playing with my feet. Did that happen to you too? Yeah. The bizarreness of the line that came out of nowhere was what made Carson and the Tonight Show audience lose it. It took me a while, but I finally stopped drinking when I joined Alcoholics Anonymous. I still drink, but I go by a different name. That's Buddy Hackett, the fare ticket joke. I feel bad today. I said, "Why?" Well, Polino feels bad when he's having a bad day because I parked my car next to the fire and got a ticket from the police officer. What? He told me, "If you're going to park your car next to the fire, I have to write you a ticket." Hackett tells the joke perfectly, and the fact that he doesn't care that he's swearing on live TV made it even funnier. Tim Conway makes fun of his family. "Your wife is a ranked, as they say, bridge player, is she not?" I asked. "Is she?" "Yes, she is." Yeah. I mean, I don't talk to her that much, you know. I mean, I know you talked to her about the show, so yeah. And she actually plays bridge all over the world, which is great for me because it gets lonely when they're not here. Actually, you do have a big family, 6. Is that really that many? 6. Yeah, I guess a 6. I don't well, they're not brought to me until they're 10. So, Tim's deadpan face telling every joke was the cherry on top for Johnny. He was laughing so hard he couldn't speak. I know I'm not a hot guy because I bought an inflatable girl that got pregnant. Hey, girls, I'm never lucky. Johnny, you know that because I wouldn't have bought an inflatable girl. I got a pregnant. Hey, I'm not a hot guy. I know I'm not hot. Are you kidding? Well, when I put on my underwear this morning I could hear the Food of the Loon guys laughing. Always been that way. Never get girls. Had a blind date last week. Didn't work out either. You know, I mean, I've seen fat girls. This girl is ridiculous. She was so fat when she went jogging. She left a trail of potholes. Rodney turns his dating problems into a non-stop joke machine, turning everyday misery into rapid-fire punchlines. Betty White, a fact-checker. Now, I did make jokes about you and Alan Luton. That's right. We loved it. Did you really? Oh, we loved it. We were having a wife-swapping party and no one came. I loved it. Betty turns the tables by calmly correcting Johnny's jokes about her making the punchline about remembering every jab. That's right. You did hit on me once. Did I hit on you? Yes, you did. I've always wanted to hit on you. Okay, but just let it be known now. Yeah, you hit on me, but you didn't really mean it. It was either Jones or Joanne's or Joan, one of those. Carson told his friends, Betty turned my running jokes into a playful roast while staying sweet the whole time. Bob Uecker, the worst baseball player. I think they should leave the team where it is and move Washington. Might have a point. I never thought of it that way, but Uecker's stories about how he's the worst baseball player are told with complete confidence, making every line sound casual. Remember when I talked about catching the knuckleball? The easiest way to catch it was to wait until it stopped rolling and then pick it up. I see. And there it is on the ground. See how you're looking for the ball in the middle picture? The umpire finally picked it up and gave it to me, and I made my choice. Johnny Carson, we need to stop writing on toilet paper in the good old United States. I just saw an ad where Mrs. Olson walks in with a shopping bag and the mother says, "Forget the coffee. Please give me the bag." I want to tell you that Johnny talks about the silly lack of toilet paper on December 19, 1973, as if it were a national emergency, which is bordering on the ridiculous. Carson's tone stays cool and newsy, but the premise gets sillier. Don Rickles, the cigarette box breaker. Not your land. You crazy town. You stupid man. You're not going to have the land. No, this is not your land. Take Carson's cigarette box. Oh, I broke his box. I broke Carson's cigarette box. Johnny's box, or cigarette box. Wait, Rickles broke Johnny's prized cigarette box by accident in 1976, starting a long story of payback. Oh, no, Don Rickles. I missed the show. Don Les did it last night. I just started the show. I took my 9-year-old box off my desk and it's broken. They told me you broke it on the show last night. Well, I really did break it. The bit feels half real and half staged, like Johnny is genuinely annoyed but too good not to turn it into a joke. Carrick, the forgetful psychic. Number 1. Please keep quiet while I try to figure out the answers. Often, that's what Carrick gets. Do you have anything to say? Excuse me, just 1 second. Yes, he doesn't know the answer. The routine is the joke with turban envelopes and a dramatic pause. Then Johnny starts to forget things. The answer is born in the USA. That's right. The question is, what song has a California lottery winner never sung? The whole Mystic Act falls apart in real time, and the segment turns into a story about trying and failing to stay in control. Describe the sound someone makes when they choke on alphabet soup. Carson's forgotten lines wreck the whole Mystic persona, and the audience laughs harder at the failure than at the success. Art Fern, the mustache disaster. Are you sick of living in a small city apartment where the only green in your life is that 5-year-old package of velvet in the fridge? Are the only empty spaces you can see between your wife's teeth? Did you force your son to come out of the closet just because you needed an extra room? The whole joke is based on a small visual gaffe that breaks Art Fern's smooth announcer act right away. At our home site, Friends, there are lots of fun outdoor activities like quicksand jogging and Friends. Johnny leans into the malfunction, and the sketch keeps going as if nothing is wrong. Art Fern's credibility goes away right away because Johnny won't admit there's a problem. The sketch goes on with the disaster visible. Carson's dedication sells the silliness, and the visual gag takes center stage. Johnny Carson, the audience favorite. I read today that George Bush is sending out 90,000 Christmas cards this year. Now, the big question is, will Dan Quayle finish licking those envelopes in time? The December 14, 1988, scene is funny because the audience member gets more laughs than Johnny, making the reaction the headline. The regular, I'm dying. The guy in the audience is scoring big. No, they got lucky. They sent him to the ranch in Santa Barbara and then got Rex. They're going to have a new dog named Millie. 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 Yes. Bruce stands naturally, with his feet shoulder-width apart and his weight in the middle. His hands are up, but they are tense, mobile, and alive. To people who know karate, this doesn't look like a fighting stance, it looks casual and unprepared. Michael thinks he knows what's going to happen because he's been in dozens of fights and knows how they start. He'll close the distance, use his reach advantage, and land a controlled punch. The kung fu guy will try to block, and maybe throw something flashy. Everyone will see that real fighting is better than movie fighting when the judge signals begin. Michael moves first and throws a textbook oizuki, a lunging punch with his front hand aimed at Bruce's chest. He's in good form and moving quickly for his size. Bruce isn't there yet, he's moved off the edge a little. The first punch from Michael hits Bruce where he was instead of where he is now. Michael recovers, resets, and tries again. Meijeri, front kick, and snap kick to the midsection. Again, perfect form and technique. Bruce isn't there, he's moved just enough for Michael's kick to go into empty space. The crowd is confused. Michael is using perfect techniques, but he's not landing anything. Bruce isn't even blocking, he's just moving. Not there when the techniques come. Michael speeds up. He does a punch, a kick, gyakuzuki, uki, moshieri, a reverse punch, a lunge punch, and a roundhouse kick. These are fast, powerful tournament combinations. Bruce flows around them like water, under the first punch, outside the second, away from the kick, as if he knows what's coming before it does. The karate fans in the audience notice something. Michael is fast. His techniques are clean, but Bruce is much faster. He's reading Michael and seeing the telegraphs, weight shifts, and chamber movements. Every karate technique has a preparation setup. Bruce sees it, processes it, and responds. Michael is getting frustrated because he